Hey, good evening everyone. Welcome back to another music production live stream with me, Human Synthetics. I hope you're well. Looks like everything is tracking good. Hey Future World Machines, how are we doing? Got a bit of a cold myself, so see how far I can go this evening. There might be some coughing. We'll give it a good crack. See, I don't really have any plan for this evening. I've got lots of tunes to work on, so I think we're just going to do exactly that. We'll just find something and work on something, do what we usually do, follow usual procedure, and listen through to some of the works in progress and demos that I have. And I'll just choose something that piques my interest, and we'll make a few notes, and we'll open the session and work on the tune. Pretty simple. It's kind of what I do most days in one form or another. And yeah, usually there's some good stuff that happens in just working on the music. So that's probably a pretty good plan to get going with. But before I do that, I'm just going to give a little shout out and thank you to my supporters on Patreon. So thank you to everyone who supports me on there. I've got some new names to shout out. I wasn't live last week on YouTube. So yeah, there's been a few new sign-ups since then. CJ, Yuzu, thanks very much for your support on Patreon, guys. Ryan McCann, Ian Johnston, Carl, and Martin Orn Oscarson. Thanks all very much for your support there. Really appreciate it. Nicholas Dahl. And yeah, back to Mondrian Square where we were last time I was live here about 2 weeks ago. I actually did a Patreon only, or Patreon live stream last week on Wednesday. I've got the idea that I might like to try the week that I usually take off for YouTube. Usually do 4 weeks on, 1 week off. And that I'll probably reserve that week, and then I'll do something a bit more experimental and yeah, a bit more experimental, maybe something a bit more in-depth or nerdy that I probably wouldn't feel like I was ready to kind of mess around with on just a live stream here on YouTube. So I did that on Patreon last week, and that was really good fun. Had a few people there. That's the kind of stuff that I share on there, along with loads of other downloads and various other bits and bobs, pure breaks and all that kind of stuff. You can go and check it out. Links are in the description wherever you're watching this. But yeah, thank you to everyone who supports me on there. If you're interested, check it out. Stiffer Fish, Mr. Grooves. Ian, how are we doing? Yeah, I've got a bit of a cold, so I might need to like mute my mic for some coughing at points. Might try and keep talking to a minimum. But yeah, let's put the shift in then, and just have a look at the board, see what we got going on. I've actually been doing a fair bit on tunes kind of in between live streams and stuff recently. I mean, I try to work on something every day, be it usually something music, and I try and prioritize the music over anything else, really, because I feel like it's from what all of this stuff flows. It's from what live streams and other videos flow is from me sitting down and writing music. And I think that's kind of, key to everything I'm about, really, is that I've got to keep working on tunes and trying new stuff that is potentially interesting to show everyone here. So that's always the priority, really, is new musical ideas, and in doing so, kind of discovering interesting things to share with everyone. So been doing quite a lot of stuff in this kind of discover column, which is really sketchy and lots of just throwing paint at the wall, seeing what sticks, and just kind of moving things around into draft when I feel like there's a musical idea there that's kind of reasonably set, before I get it to a point where I'm like, okay, I think I know if I want to, it's in a position for me to say whether I want to do anything to release this or not. So I reckon we'll just go through this first column. We'll have to get back to the splurges. Have yet to listen through to all of these things that I've been working on, or just having ideas for. We'll be doing more ideating next week on stream, going head to head with George, grooving in G. I'm going to do a little showcase of our Mutant Breaks pack and go head to head with Just Amigo and work on a track over 2 hours and just show everyone what we make. That's going to be next week, live on YouTube, Wednesday 25th of March. Alright, okay, so this tune I worked on. I could give this a listen and work on this tonight, but I don't actually think I'm going to do that. So I usually just diary something like that on until maybe next week. Did I do that? No, I didn't. Let's just put it a week ahead. This one's diaried on quite far ahead because, I don't know. Maybe I'll just end up sketchbooking it. That one's not cooked yet. This Execute, should we give this a listen? See if that's a goer. 27012. July last year. What's it called? Execute. Okay, we'll give this a listen, see if we're into it. Oh yeah, I kind of remember this one. Now, you know what's funny actually is that I think I did actually work on that. Did I not work on that? Have I just not updated? Yeah, I didn't update the board. I did work on this, you see. It's ended up sounding like that, but I want to give that a bit more time for everything to stew. And when did I work on that then? What date was that file? Only earlier, or last week. Friday was it? Okay, let me just update this. I knew I'd forgot to update something here. So we'll put this put this there, that's fine. Just checklist, add when I last worked on it, which was 260314. Cool. Alright. Memory recall fail. I worked on that one as well. Dimensional drift. Let's give this a listen. When did we last work on this? October. Wow. This one. Oh yeah. It's got like some amens in it at some point, isn't it? Your distant lands. I'll take that. Thank you. So I think last time we spent quite a bit of time just like sketching changes, just chucking all of this stuff in. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that is conceptually, I don't think I'd want to do more splurging on that, like more throwing more ideas down on it. I don't know, we could potentially do, I could maybe show you guys, like, this could be useful. And that is that, why don't we just work on this one, yeah? I wasn't particularly feeling working on something that was like a 170 tempo, but let's just go for it. And what we'll do, I feel like we could still have a bit of fun with like sound design and chucking presets in and stuff. Doing a bit more discovery, just throwing stuff at the wall, and so why don't we just do that? I'll show you literally how messy things are at the beginning of the process, because I was doing this the other day and I thought if I didn't know how I like to do it, this would just looking like, I think some people would really struggle to like leave a tune where I do sometimes when I close it and be happy with the progress that I've made on it. So let's see if I can do something like that here. Essentially, so first of all, just save a version of it. So that was in October and I haven't touched it since. I might have listened to it a bit, and usually I think, what a mess, what am I going to do with this? But listening back now, I can hear potential. So something that immediately is coming to mind, let's just make a few notes on this one. So what's it called? Dimensional drift. Right, I had the idea for hearing something like an arpeggiated line or something, because I really like all of the like switches, the like drum funk break switches and stuff. It's almost like you have these really contrasting call and response sections, and it gives this kind of really kind of dramatic or tense, gives like a real tension, doesn't it? Because you've essentially got like almost like a liquid bit and then this kind of tear out amen section. And whether that will work for the entirety of the tune, I'm not sure, because part of me is thinking, does it need to roll out a bit more at other points? Maybe you could do that. Maybe we could just try like rolling it out. Try rolling it out at some point. So no call and response, lengthen, more liquid, for want of a better term, sounding part. And what I might just do is like I'm going to go through my own presets and see if there's anything I can just go through my own presets and add some in. Really, really great, isn't it? I mean, I'm sure we're all used to doing this. That's what happens after this bit. That's the difficult part. I've also, I want to use Devious. So I was having fun the other day with Devious Machines Infiltrator, and I bought like an ambient pack for it, which is really cool. Can't remember what it's called, but we'll have a look at it. Devious, try some presets out. Yeah, nice and simple. We've got a little bit of a plan here. See if we can come up. I've got something in mind for like an arpeggiated synth line idea that could just maybe help tie the sections together a little bit, and like we'll see. And then we'll just find a section, and an arbitrary section, and make it a bit more. See if we can roll it, make it a bit more rolling, and see if that works as an idea. Yeah, because when I listen back to it in like a week or a month or 4 months or however long, then it will just be evident to me whether that's working or not. So we'll do that, and we'll just have some fun trying to presets out, and maybe we'll get a chance to move on to another tune. What usually happens is I get into it and then start carrying on. But in fact, I'll purposefully stop when I think I've done enough, if I remember to. Okay, so nice simple chords really on this. I just want to try and like maybe emphasize these a bit more. The chords a little bit here. Great. What a preset that is. That's all right, isn't it? I just want to hear if... So sometimes like I'll just use like a real placeholder for this. What I want to do is I want to take the chord progression here and just make it a bit more... it's quite paddy here, and see if we can hear it a bit more and like a sound that's a bit more full. Something like that, isn't it? E sharp. Yeah, nice. Forgive me when I just figure out the chords. Cool. So if we wanted to like test out another sound with those, I've got like a bit of a chord structure here. Might just quantize this a little bit. It's a bit janky. The humanized thing's pretty sick on this. Alright, just leave like that at the moment. Let's see if we can come up with like an arpeggiated line that we could just experiment with a bit later on. We got anything? This is when I'd usually reach for presets or something like that, but I'll see if I can find something in my own. In fact, like I'll show you what I do in. I'm just thinking I've got Ian on the call and I've yet to try or augur out. Ian permitted me to use pigments for this. The first thing that came to my head. Just because I like the sequencer in this. It's good. So I just kind of want like a sequence line, see if we can come up with something good. And just like program something in. I really like the sequencer in pigments. We're in the key of F minor. Okay, so you'll have to bear with me while I remember how to use that. I think you just have to like okay, no, I don't want it that fast. So bring it up. And just randomize it. And then it just like, if you lock it to the key, then it will just go like, because I'm playing an F, it's F minor. Yeah, so it doesn't follow the key, which is kind of mildly, you know, not what I want sometimes, but so I don't really like the slide. And if the polarimetry is quite good, because then all the lanes are kind of different lengths, you will have seen this thing on lots of sequencers. Then maybe we can put it up an octave, and you'll hear. So it's out of time, yeah. Which is okay. I mean, really, it doesn't matter where we put the F because we can always just change it, the synth itself. As in, like, the pitch of the oscillator or whatever. This is really slow way of doing it like this. Okay, just make it 8 bars long. Nice. Yeah, so it's probably got too many bits going on at the moment. that sounds pretty good. We could try messing around again. I don't know if I want to mess around with it being like with building a complete sound from scratch. So I'm going to just start really simple and we'll just have like make it an analog thing. Okay, let's just use the built-in effects here as well. Have some sort of echo and some sort of reverb. The shimmer reverb is great. I mean, I always have too much reverb going on though, so that's okay. So I think you get the kind of idea of what I'm after here, and I don't necessarily want it being that massive. So just put a bit of envelope on the envelope as well. And I'll do a second envelope for that. Okay. Yeah. Kind of just like it without any of that. Maybe. Maybe bring in another oscillator. That's pretty cool. Kind of get the idea of what I'm thinking of here. Alright, cool, just leave that there. That's fine. That gives enough of a taste, right? I'm happy to leave that. I could spend ages trying tweaking over that if I wanted to. Right, these female vocal or whatever's going on with these is doing my head in, and they happen too much. Let's just give that a focus. So I reckon this is the kind of thing I would just, yeah, okay. Just leave that there. What's up with this bit? So Freddie, I'm just going to use this sound. Maybe we could just bring something in. Alright, cool. Get rid of that. So if I've got like an arpeggiated thing that we can just try out. I'll just copy and paste that there. And maybe we could just tilt this like here. So that doesn't quite work for some reason. It's because I kind of like suggest like right, cool. What else did I want to chuck in? So, arpeggiated line synth idea. Try rolling it out at some point. So it kind of almost suggests it's doing that a little bit here. You can kind of hear it. And what would give it more of a rolling? I feel like it needs a more shuffly thing going on. Oh, more than that. Excuse me. Okay, how are we gonna do this? It's one of these, isn't it? Kind of like what's happening here. Go on then, let's jump into something from here, shall we? I don't know. Who knows? Just randomly see if we can get some stuff happening. Okay, so this needs to be tidied up. So I might just keep like the top of that in or something. Re-enveloper. This is just the first thing that came to my mind to do. Okay, that kind of works. Let's just keep going. I'll just find another one of my own. We'll just put that in here as well. This one, like. Look at that. Might have to adjust this a little bit. There's no real shuffle in that though, is there? What about? Something like that. Just experiment. This just might suggest an idea to me. Okay, maybe we want that there. Let's pull this out a bit. I'll do. I like this sometimes more than EQ doing stuff like this. I think there's something in this one, isn't there? Like it's almost like. I don't really want to get into chopping that up now and like so just leave that like that, yeah? And this is almost our rolling section here. So you can probably hear what I'm going for there. Right, and if I like that, that can always be how it ends. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like this is the kind of track that suggests it would fade out, like with like a kind of epic, spacey D&B type outro, and that might have just been it. There might have just kind of nailed that. Okay, that'll do. Try rolling it out and. Let's just chuck a couple of more sounds in for fun. And then I reckon we'll try and do a similar thing on another tune. What's this like? That's the kind of thing that would probably be quite nice as well here. Just about out of time, but... Got that on the top. So I made this thing last week and I love doing this. Love making presets, and then it seems to be all I exclusively use for every track for like 10 tracks in a row. I tend to end up using the same thing. What's this one? Don't think it needs any atmosphere, more atmospheres, does it really? Nice melodic generator. Okay. I shared it on. Ambient Zen Garden. This thing's quite cool. This is the fun bit, isn't it? This is the fun bit, just throwing stuff at the wall. Gatshi. Is it? How am I pronounce it? Am I doing that right? Gatsy. Gatshi. Gatsy. Gatsky. How are we doing? Right, that done? Okay, cool. We'll just start, and this bass generator is quite fun as well. Just give this a try. Gatchi. Nice one, thank you. I don't like to mispronounce people's handles or names, even if, you know, it's in a live stream. Yeah. So you get the idea for that. Cool. Why is that not doing that then? What's going on? So you can get these on Patreon if you like them. I say that I haven't even really heard them. So it looks like something's not working with that. Like something in the expression control. Sometimes when like you save Mac's stuff in racks, it doesn't always save nicely. I think it's going crazy here because why is this arpeggiator rate so quick? That's quite nice, isn't it? I think nice. And do you know what? I might just like randomly resample that or something. Get an idea. Lovely. See, we should have. That should have like. What I'd do is like. Right. We'll bounce track in place. So we'll have just a nice little selection of random bits that I'll just probably leave in place, or I might just randomly move them around. I'll show you for a demonstration. But I wonder if we got anything decent there. Sometimes it's fun to just do this stuff and then not listen to it and just like listen back to it. As in, like, I could just export this now. And then this one, maybe let's move this around a little bit. Just put this one here. You know, because you only need to hear a sound once when you listen back to a tune to be like, that should be in the tune more often. You know, you don't need to spend hours trying to like make sure it's all in the perfect place at the point that you make the sound or find the sound. That's nice, eh? That's good. That actually sounds quite nice, doesn't it? So I'm going to just record some stuff with my mouse. Future World Machines, I do have rolling sampler. Yeah. I must admit, since getting it, I haven't used it very often because I think I need to integrate it into my workflow. It wouldn't be the first plugin I've bought and forgotten I owned it. But it is really good. I tend to use like Twisted Wave is quite good for that because I can just leave that rolling. It's a lot easier to deal with samples in that and save them and stuff. I guess it's just not. It's integrating something into your workflow, isn't it, in a meaningful way, so that you remember to use it at the right time. At the right time, or you just remember to use it full stop. This is when I wish I had a push 2 or something, right? So I could just get this rack and like all the knobs would work. I think you can set this up so it does do that auto kind of maps. I'm just gonna use my mouse. Let's go. Just record some automation here. Record some here as well. So this thing is just rolling on a bit too much, isn't it? I don't want to call. So I'll just bounce one in place, and then we've always got it if we want to do some more takes with the thing. Well, there's something nice to be said for just, it happens in the moment, you never get to change it afterwards. I feel I've got a bit better at not, committing to just doing stuff like this and kind of not worrying about everything being in the right place and stuff, particularly with resampling and kind of committing things to tape, if you like, or to the, they're locked in then. And then I'll just like randomly, let's just put this, here where there's not much other stuff going on, and maybe we could put this here. Yeah, and let's just change, why not that? Change that, yeah, cool, and re-enable that. And then we'll get the macro variation, or the macro automation for a different other preset set of parameters. Doesn't necessarily mean you're going to hear anything. What's this one like? Yeah, cool. I thought we'll just freeze that one. See what a good happy accident. Ned Rush. How we doing, man? Good to see you. Good to see your handle. Very nice. What a nice happy accident. Oh no, I didn't do. I have to do the second step now. Bounce it. Cool, we might get some nice stuff out of that. I don't know. Kind of a nice little thing. That's good, but it's not as good as the random sound that happened. Kind of like that, wasn't it? Cool, we've got it in there. Silver Stag on Twitch, how are we doing? Good to see you again. Going well, thank you, yeah. I mean, we're just throwing stuff at the wall here with this one, really. That's a mess, really. This is like a meld pad machine that I made. Again, you can get all this stuff on Patreon. Why not? Should we just... Thanks, Silverstag. That's kind of exactly the vibe I go for a lot of the time. Yeah, and that's exactly the vibe I'm after a lot of the time. It's like I love stuff that is cinematic, deep, you know, but then also can deliver, well, sounds jungly at the same time. The holy grail is that I combine that with it being like really banging as well, but that's quite hard to fit those all together. Oh, thank you. That just seems to, like, I don't struggle with that. I struggle to kind of go the other way and just not. I struggle to. YouTube people won't be able to see what you're saying, by the way, so I'll have to explain. But someone on Twitch is saying that atmosphere is more of a skill than it's given credit for. Very impressive. Well, thanks Silverstag. Not trying to like milk the comment or anything, but that's the kind of, that always seems to just fall onto my fingers. That's the kind of stuff I like to make, and find it hard to pare it back sometimes, you know. So they'll just do the same note on it. I've got more of these. Yeah, nice. That's just like one of those little things that we resampled. Let's just put this here as well. I don't know what I was doing here. Alright, I think that's pretty good. I don't know if you can show the Twitch chat. Do you know what I could do? I could show it on the stream. Doing that seems to be impossible you've just kind of triggered a memory of me trying to incorporate the stream chat into the live stream, and it was almost drove me insane. Maybe it's time that I revisit that, actually, because I do get the odd person on Twitch checking in and stuff, and for a while Twitch has steadily gained followers, but not like YouTube. But still, it's the place where people go for streamers, you know, so it seems like it's a good idea to cover both bases. IEMs, Mr. Grooves. In-ear monitors. Which ones did you go for? Silver Stag, do you use middleware such as Streamlabs? Yes, I do. I do actually use Streamlabs. And are you a streamer yourself? Because I don't like Streamlabs, really. It does the job, but OBS is better, actually. And essentially it's just like OBS in a slightly different skin. And really, you know, I wouldn't mind a few things that came across the screen and said like, subscribe, or, you know, were in fitting with like my vibe and stuff. But I've never found anything that I actually like that I wouldn't have to kind of make myself. Mr. Grooves, yeah, the kind of thing you see Tom York singing with, and every singer. I've got a little pair myself. I can't remember where they're from. Yeah. God, when I bought these Neumanns, it seemed like it took over my life and I couldn't think about anything else. And in the end, I was like, I'm just going to have to buy them because, you know, I would happily pay someone to stop me thinking about these headphones. I was like, I've probably spent the same amount in the value of my own time thinking and researching this pair of cans. Or send me a link to those, or maybe you could post them in Discord or something. Silver Stag, I've streamed a bit, used it to put chat notifications into OBS. So can you do that? I wouldn't mind. I don't know if you're on my Discord, if you might be up for sharing some pointers on doing that. I don't know. I could go back and have a look at how to do it again. But it seemed to drive me mad at the time, and I kind of want something that just looks tasteful and in keeping, and isn't like really like obtrusive. I kind of want it to be seamless, and the main thing is that people can see everything that I'm getting up to in the project, and it's not being taken over too much with alerts and everything. Okay, cool. That would be really, yeah. No stress. All right. Okay. Well, that's where I'll leave that. Like that, right? I mean, I don't know how, and I'm happy with that. That's not just abandoning it. That we've thrown in a few more ideas here, and I've not been too precious about anything, or even it's kind of loosely arranged. I'll be able to listen back to that, and it's not going to be catastrophic, and I'll be able to pass a little bit of judgment about what's really working and what isn't, and maybe I'll just randomly move something here. See, it'll like a little, just probably have a fade out there, really. Cool. And of course, if you wanted, like, I really feel at this point, everything else I'd be doing from now on, if I wanted to progress on this tune, would be like, okay, where should I put this, and where should this bit unfold, and in what order do I want the sounds that I've got here? Essentially, the arrangement. And that's not what this session is about, really. I think if it's quite good if you can kind of separate the two. Of course, everything overlaps and nothing's like set in stone with production or with music. Sometimes this happens a lot quicker, or sometimes you're a lot clearer on what you want to do, or where you want the tune to go. And of course your mood varies from day to day, and how you feel about a piece of music, and how much you actually want to work on any one given idea. And today this felt like the right thing to do with this. It felt like I could hear a few more bits in it, and that I wasn't quite finished with exploring the idea a bit more. Silver Stag on Twitch? No, I don't. Ether would. I take a lot from like Paradox and Calibre. Someone mentioned Calibre early on, and definitely an influence. That really atmospheric liquid stuff. ASC, people like that. These DJ Crystal tearing drums sound very paradoxic in points. They're good, aren't they, Future World Machines, or anyone that's used them. So I don't know. Do you know what? I think I might actually call it there, because I've got a bit of a cold and I should probably not push it. Should I? Or should I? Should we see if we can fit? Nah. Let's see if we can fit something else in. Let's see if... Okay, dimensional drift. Let's move this idea on, right? Cool. So today's day 26th of March. And I'll just add a date, a diary date. Just put 26th, that's fine. Great, okay. Well, I can forget about that tune for a week, and we can work on something else. Chemtrails, how did this one go? Do you reckon? Yeah, alright, maybe. I should get to bed. Yeah, okay, maybe we'll call it there. I always push myself too much, to be honest. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you, like, if you're in that position... So we didn't do that, we did do that, yeah. If you're in that position with a tune where you just, like, you feel like it needs something extra and you're not quite sure where to take it next, then it's totally fine to just throw a load of random ideas in and arrange them loosely and come back to it in a week or so and see if any of the ideas that you've thrown in are working. It's okay to have lots of different ideas you're not sure about in one tune in the earlier stages of it, and I often do that, and then when I listen back to it, it's like, get rid of that really works. You know, it just it's a great way to do new stuff and not just get stuck in the ways, you know, or get stuck in a rut with the way you do stuff creatively, and to kind of come up with new stuff, just to literally ideate, throw stuff at the wall in any given tune and see if any of the pieces fit together in different configurations. And that is something I do a lot. So yeah, we'll see how this one comes out in the wash. Thanks, guys. All right, no, appreciate that. Appreciate your support. But yeah, all right. Big shout out to my patrons, and I'll be back on stream next week with Groovin' in G. We're going to go head to head and make some tunes using Amigo and our Mutant Breaks sample pack, which is available. All the links are in my description for that. And again, everything's on Patreon. Everything hopefully connects. Yeah, that'll be next week, 25th of March. Keep an eye out for more details on that. Alright guys, well, thanks for checking in, and I'll see you next week, if not before. I did make the outro music. This is all Groovin' in G samples pretty much. But yeah, I made this in about 15 minutes, if that. I was just like, chuck a load of samples in. In fact, I think I made it randomly just before I went live one time. Just chucked some samples in and kind of got them working together. And then thought that's fine, and just made it into like a 10-minute piece of intro and outro music that I can bring in with my my Stream Deck. Comme ça. It's pretty good. It just kind of sets the tone. It's good. It's a bit like a sonic ident. Silverstag, keep checking in. Keep checking in. I'd be glad. One video idea I do have is to like show my streaming setup at some point. this year and just show people how it's kind of evolved over the years. I've been doing it for about 4 years now, so. All right, that's enough for tonight, folks. I'll see you next week. Yeah, if not before. Take it easy.